Ugh. Test. Guys, do me a favor. I believe that we're live right now. Guys, do me a favor as you guys come down into the building. Leave a one down into the building if you can hear and or see me correctly. Empty Army, mount up. Empty Army, mount up. Where y'all at? We about to have a phenomenal stream here today. I got some things to get off my damn chest. You understand what I'm saying? As you guys come into the building, make sure you leave that one so I know that you guys can hear or see me correctly. Okay? I'm going to go on Instagram right now. I'm going to go post for the Instagram version of the MT Army. If you guys are not on it, at The Real MTR. Add your boy up there. Let me just post up there real quick just to let them know I'm about to be live right now. But we about to get active. We about to get active. Y'all already know how we do over here. You understand me? We about to get active. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Yo, I'm live on the main channel right now. The Cheesecake Factory situation, the chick who turned down the date, we going live on the main channel right now. Go up to the channel and let's have a conversation. All right, y'all. Yo, I'm live on the main channel right now. The Cheesecake Factory situation. Okay. I was told, a content creator told me, you're not supposed to look at your stories. You just post and go. Let me see. Shout out to everyone that's coming down into the building. Uh-oh, look at the ones. Are we live, baby? Is it time to get active? Shout out to Saul. I see you, my G. Let's get active. Big Molly Moore, I see you. It's time to get active. Shout out to the moderators that is coming down into the building as well. So thank you very much. Click on the like buttons as you guys come down into the building. Now, let me also preface this conversation as folks are coming in, okay? We must talk about this shit. But you guys got to understand this, is that the spirit of the channel is y'all. It's not me. It's y'all. I view this channel as a collective of ideas and thoughts that determines how we should be valued as men and also determines how women should respect us. And I can't do that without y'all participation. I can't do that without the MT Army suiting up and preparing and giving to a conversation. You understand what I'm saying? Here's the reason why conversations like this absolutely pop off on the internet. It's because there's a degree of truth to these discussions. There's a degree of truth to these viral videos that we all experience. So when we see this content, I see so many comments that are just like, yo, why are you talking about this conversation? It's because it's necessary, because you have to give feedback, critique, and or criticism regarding the thing that you'd like to see improve. So it's necessary that you call these people out. It is necessary that we paint our own picture. It is absolutely necessary because of those that watch it that don't like the content, there might be 5% of those that will get it. And all of a sudden, the 30.5 women that are watching the channel transitions into 31. Shout out to everyone that's coming down into the building. Uh-oh, do we got a super chat already? Shout out to Alton Germain with the $50 super chat. Stream sponsor today. Shout out, my G. Guys, also do this for me before we get officially started. All right, cause we just getting warmed up. It always humbles me to see where everyone is coming from. I know I have a worldwide audience. Most of my audience is in the United States. But right now, put your location down into the chat. Let's get active, all right? Let me just do something over here real quick, and then we're going to get back in it. Okay. All right, we're good. Put them locations down into the building. I want to see the city. I want to see the state. I want to see the province. I want to see the county. What's good, MT Army? We in the building. MT Army, we in the building. I see y'all. Mexico, what's good? Maryland, what's good? Brooklyn, what up? Miami, Florida in the building. What's up? Bed-Stuy, I see you. Maryland, Josephine, I see you. Let me see. Augusta, Georgia. I actually think that this video is in Georgia. I actually think that these two people are in Atlanta because they said something about Midtown. I know there's a lot of cities with Midtowns in it, but I don't know. Because I Googled the area in Atlanta, and there's actually an area in Atlanta. The chick, that's where the guy was going to bring the chick to, was the Aria area or something like that. And there's also one in Atlanta. So we're going to have a special conversation about this. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but I migrated to Atlanta. So your boy's been down here for almost a year now. Just, listen, there's so many videos online. I should do my own Atlanta video because moving down to a place like this, like if you just YouTube Atlanta and then you watch all the videos, there's nothing but negativity, 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 negativity. I've experienced nothing but positives being in this goddamn city. This city is so crazy. It's so fun though. And it's so cultured. You understand what I'm saying? And the women out here, it's just a different breed. You know, it's just a different breed. Not only visually and what they look like, but also the mindsets as well. But one of the main ideas for coming out to Atlanta is Kevin Samuels. He was like, bro, the content writes itself down here. And he's absolutely true. I have story after story that I should probably be doing content at, but your boy's trying to be a lot more balanced in his life. You understand? Shout out to everyone that's coming down into the building. Barry Hamilton from London town. I see you. Ohio, Jaws 77. I see you. All right, the Bahamas in the building. Nigeria, Lagos in the building. Uh-oh, we got another super chat. Shout out to Jay Fax with the $20 super chat from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. What up, my G? How are you? Shout out to Chandler, Providence, Rhode Island, checking in, $2 super chat. Oh, the MT Army coming through. Let's have this conversation. So here's how this is going to go. I have some content I haven't reviewed on my channel before, okay? Which is a car selfie loan video of the young terrorist modern woman speaking about her video going viral. This will be the new content that it's in the title of the video, okay? Then we're gonna re-go over the entire video that was released of them together because I only went up over snippets of the video, but I wanted to bring this content up here to ensure that you guys get a say in what it is that you see here, okay? Because I see you guys down into the comments. The comments have gone absolutely stupid. Actually, the video, I want to say I uploaded the video like 4 hours ago. It's like over 150,000 views. Let me just check real quick, which is goddamn crazy for my channel. Let me see. Jesus. All right, it's at 188,000 views. Posted 4 hours ago. So this video is going to go to the moon. It looked like it's going to be a 1 million+ video. So obviously this is something that you guys want to see. So let's have a conversation about it. Shout out to Omega L with a $2 super chat. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Boys in here. Listen, it forever humbles me to see, know, love, and understand all of the people that I impact, even out in the streets when I see random people. And you know what's crazy too? A lot of women recognize me, and it's been nothing but positivity, even from the women. I watch you. I had this girl the other day, I was walking across the street. I watch you. I was just like, damn, baby. I didn't get a chance to look at her, though, to see if she was a little baddie. So I'm not sure. I can't report back on that information. But it forever surprises me where everyone's from and the amount of impact to have on a person. When I was in corporate America 3-ish years ago, like solely, it was like 4 years ago, I never understood the power of being able to talk to people, but now I do. This is one of the things that has come off of the platform. I just want to quickly just go over this, and then we'll get directly into the content, all right, while people are still coming in. I wrote, these are the messages that keep me uploading daily content. Shout out to the MT Army. Keep grinding, gentlemen. Now, this was sent to me on my Instagram via DM, okay? Shout out to all the young G's out there that are grinding and striving for more. MTR, man, I do all... Wait, hold on. Let me start that over, okay? There's no editing here. MTR, man, do I owe you almost everything? I was so lost for a long time. I was overweight, over 240 pounds, and just got out of a long-term relationship. Was denied from the military. I was going through it for a long time until I found your channel. You inspired me over the years to grow and overcome my challenges and find faith to help me grow. Powerful. I'm a part-time student pilot hoping to get my license to start a charter business. Get it popping, my G. Also, I'm a computer science major going for my master's degree. I'm interning at a law firm, coding their websites while I code on the side for companies. God damn, my G. Save some goals for us. Shit. I'm also active in my parents' business, helping them grow as well. Man, I owe you everything from having a better relationship with my parents and just having the confidence in myself that I can do better and be better as a man and learning what a real man is. Just thank you. Guys, messages like this, absolutely, no matter what type of week that I'm going through, just to know that I have this type of impact on people, absolutely changes the trajectory of my week. All of the pain, the anguish, up at 2 o'clock in the morning, racking myself, sleepless nights over content, makes this all worth it. So shout out to this brother. Shout out to the MT Army. And for all of my G's out there, what he's doing is what you should be striving for right now. I know we have all different walks of life, all different walks of ambition, but being the best that you can positively be in your short life should be your purpose, should be your goal, to do better than what your father did for you, or to do better than what your mother did for you, or was able to provide for you for the next generation. All right, so shout out to my brother right there. Shout out to the MT Army. How much time we got in here? 12 minutes. I think it's time to start the content. Anyway, hold on. I'm thirsty. Hold on. Let's get cooking. So, there's been a big viral video. So, you guys already know the video. Let me see. I went over on my channel none too long ago, and we're not going to go over the first viral video. I just want to set the stage just to ensure that we're on the same page. Okay. It was this viral video right here. I titled the video, "Woman Ruins Date in 29 Seconds."
To pick you up.
Views on this video went absolutely stupid. You'll see it right here. 667,000 in 6 days. I thought about at that time to do a live stream about it, and I was like, let's see if more information becomes of this story. More information had became. So we're going to go over the selfie video right now of the young lady speaking about why she turned down the Cheesecake Factory. Are we ready to go over this? Put a 1 down into the building if you guys are ready. Chat, y'all with me? Put a 1 down into the video if you guys are ready to go over this video right here. All right. Okay. I understand. The MT Army has spoken. Guys, do me a favor, hit on the like button as well so we can get after it, okay? Let go.
Hey guys,
Hi.
this is Alicia.
What up, Alicia?
It's been a while, but there have been quite a bit of things on my mind.
Okay. Hopefully one is an apology.
I believe that many of you have seen the, now viral video about me choosing to reject the Cheesecake Factory because I wanted more from my date.
I'll be honest with you. I really think that we're saving these young modern women lives, okay? Because if there wasn't a video, if there wasn't social media, if there wasn't a way for content creators like myself to be able to talk about this, she'd end off like a Jada Pinkett Smith later off in life, but way less successful.
I want to, let me say this. It's interesting to me that just how a moment in time, right,
Okay.
can shape how so many view you.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Moments in time have consequences, baby girl. Moments in times, dependent upon who that you are or the deed that you did, will get people to look at you a certain type of way. See, if I do a good deed, then people look at me positively. But if I'm a selfish, immature baby child, then there's consequences. And that's going to shape how people think of you. Do you think that we think that this is an isolated incident? Or is this a component of the way that you think about yourself as well as think about men? Does this not paint a picture of the delusion that exists within your life? The unrealistic echo chamber when you scream from the mountaintops that chain restaurants are beneath you?
And so I want to talk about, I'm trying to remember. Bear with me, guys. I wrote down some notes so I can remember everything I want to say. I watched.
Notice how her car doesn't have the double sunroof like the Indian gentleman, okay? She thought, damn, I came up on a lick. I came up on something. My car don't got the double sunroofs. I must be dating up. Hypergamy. Wait a minute. You don't want to take me to the Aria restaurant? Cheesecake Factory? Where? The sickness is ridiculous. Let go.
The comments, the shares that you guys, the opinions that you guys had. And I have reflected on all of them, processed all of them that I was able to read.
Okay.
Many of you have been vocal about how entitled I was.
Yes.
How I misused this man.
And let me also say this, both men and women, okay? This wasn't a man thing. It was women as well. And listen, I said this during my original video, and I still believe this. If you're a young woman and you side with her and you watch my content, continue to unsubscribe because there's nothing here for you. You're wasting your time. You might as well go just do other shit in your life. You might as well go do other shit in your life. You've learned nothing from me. The words that I speak, they just don't have an impact on you. Go follow another content creator who talks about male shit, okay? Because I got nothing left for you, okay? But I will say that the majority of women did not appreciate, at least from the comments that I saw, how it is that she conducted herself. Uh-oh. Double sponsor. Shout out to RBN, Real Bravado Network, for the $50 super chat. Shout out my G. Folks don't understand that a dinner for two at Cheesecake Factory can run you nearly $200. Nani? All right. Couple of drinks each, plus appetizers, 2 entrees, and 2 slices of cheesecake. That is not a cheap place. Women have lost their damn minds. Listen, let me also slow us down as well. Shout out to RBN, Real Bravado Network. I believe he's a content creator, so guys, go check him out as well, all right? Double sponsor today, him and Alton. I see you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. Here's the thing. To all of my beautiful, lovely, sweet, sophisticated, inspiring, feminine women that don't appreciate what it is that she did, I still rock with y'all. And the thing is I will always say this on my platform, I know that y'all exist. I think it's only 5% of y'all, but I know that y'all exist because I know I get y'all emails. I get the emails from married women saying, yo, thank you to your content. I now understand my husband better. Single women, because of your content, I now understand my father better. Because they get in these echo chambers and it's just them talking to them. So they never hear our side of the coin and never think to themselves, oh, I never thought of it that way. or they don't place themselves with their ears wide open enough to hear our perspective. Let's proceed.
And I want you to understand that my mission has always been for women, to empower women, for women to feel respected, cared for, not be misused, or abused, right? I've seen and heard.
I'm sorry, guys. I need to. Hold on.
Men, for women to feel.
I'm sorry. She's got a mission. Hold on.
And I want you to understand that my mission has always been for women, to empower women, for women to feel respected, cared for.
For women to feel respected and cared for, baby girl, you got a mission? What, is you crazy? A mission to do what? See, these are these forever feminists. Forever feeling oppressed. Oh, it is my mission. It is my mission to feel respected. And I'm going to demonstrate that by saying no to Cheesecake Factory because he doesn't know my worth. He doesn't know women's worth. What? Baby girl, you bugging. It's your mission now. Big cap. This is their way to try to remove accountability or to paint the optics of the situation in a positive light. I thought I was helping. I thought I was doing a solid for all women. And then you go look down into the goddamn comment section and the women are like, yo, I'm not touching this shit with a 20-foot pole. I want nothing to do with this one. You's wrong, mama. But here's the thing. How many of the guys that are down into the chat right now, put a 1 down into the building. Chat, listen to me. Put a 1 down into the chat if you've experienced at least a derivative of the Cheesecake Factory lady. Because I know I have. Put a 1 down into the chat if you've experienced a derivative or something like the Cheesecake Factory lady. Of all 31.8 women that's down into the chat, look at all the ones that are coming through. This is why it resonates so much with us, because we all have our story. So when I see it happening to this sweetheart of a guy, I see that in myself. I see that in so many young men that send me emails and give me situations, and I'm just like, gee, that's just the modern woman today. Purely entitled and purely ungrateful and purely expects the world from you while they deliver bad attitude, obesity, and a body count beyond measure. What? But still want to wear white on their wedding day. What kind of, that ain't pure. You're impure as fuck. What? The nerve of the modern woman today to expect to live in her modernness while wanting traditional values. Your masculinity shine through, my dear. But that's your mission. Shout out to the super chats that are coming through. I believe I'm missing some. Hold on. Let me just scroll over. Oh, shit. We got another co-sponsor of today's stream. Shout out to Skip Alley. Hold on. Let me move this over because I think I'm missing some of their names. Okay. Shout out to Skip Aldion with the $50 super chat. I forgot I had this on. She is unconvincing as hell, Skip. I appreciate the $50 super chat, my G. You said a word right there. Let me keep going. Shout out to Bathsheba with a $10 super chat. I think she is making an attempt at damage control. Exactly, Bathshua. She thought she was going to shame that man, but it backfired. She needs to stop listening to Madam Sprinkle. Oh shit, yeah. I was actually thinking about doing a video where I go over where does this behavior come from? Because if you even listen to her cadence as she speaks, it's the sprinkle lady. It's like the same shit. She's obviously been listening to that lady. She knew the word hypergamy. Most women don't know that word hypergamy. Well, where'd you hear it from? She's been on that sprinkle lady's goddamn content. Maybe I'll bring up a sprinkle lady as well so we can investigate further. Just so you guys know, Sprinkle Lady, she's actually like an old staple in this side of the internet. She was actually one of the first content creators that I used to go over and used to be like, yo, what the hell is going on? We have these women that are being outwardly thieves to men. Like literally, I looked down at her comment section one day during a live stream, and it was women asking, he makes $80,000 a year. Should I date him? Like, what? You crazy women. Shout out to Bashua again with a $10 super chat. I think I just read that one. Shout out to OP Gamer, $10 super chat. I love how empowerment equals emasculinization. And what did he do to even go against her delusional goals? If anything, she should have repped him as being a real one. Shout out my G, OP Gamer in the building. Hold on. I think, am I missing one? Okay. Shout out to Matt Tice with a $20 super chat. I'm from Southern California, so 1111. Shout out my G. I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's get back in there. Let's talk about her mission of women for solving a problem that is not currently there. All right.
Not be misused.
Oh God.
Or abused.
Okay.
Right. I've seen and heard many a horror story, men and women, not just women, men and women. And
ma'am, you are now one of the horror stories, if not the most scary. Right? So how you have a mission, and then within your mission, you create the same exact horror story that you say that you're trying to combat against. What sense does that make? Where do you just live in a pure and utter state of delusion? Shout out to Hella 29 Gamer. She should wear off-white instead of white on her wedding day word, because you already know. And she's in her 30s. This is not a spring chicken. Yo, listen, I just told you guys earlier I was in Atlanta. Like the conversations that I have with these women randomly. I walked into a hotel bar. I sat on a couch. There was two women in front of me. I would say one was probably a 6.5 to 7. I would say that the other one was probably a little bit lower, probably closer to a 5, right? One of them just said something to me. I had some ice cream, okay? I was binging, okay? Had some ice cream. She said something to me. We started sparking a conversation. The conversation that came from one of the women, like part of the conversation was talking about like new Atlanta versus old Atlanta. Apparently old Atlanta ranged from like 2003 to like 2012 or 13 or something like that. Back when the music in Atlanta was kicking, was crazy. So she was my age, she's 38. So if you go from a timing perspective, when old Atlanta was popping, she was in her 20s. And it was absolutely her rolling 20s, the way that she was talking about her life. And now she's 38. Single as fuck, and like dating a guy who she said was dating other people. And I'm like, I didn't say this to her, but in my mind, I'm just like, baby girl, you wasted your time. But here's what I did say to her is that like, right, because Kevin Samuel's name came up a couple times in the conversation, but what I did say to her is just like, because she said that she had a problem with saying that, younger women look better. And I was just like, baby girl, younger women on average have less baggage. They have less kids than you. They have less bad experiences, which then paints a picture of how you treat men today. They're more often lighter than you, right? Like there's all of these things that's going on. And I told that to her, and the conversation ended somewhere else. But at that same time, this is where they live in a state of delusion. So we got to continue to stomp out the bullshit early enough to help these future cat shepherds out. Shout out to Bathshua again, $10 super chat. The first date with my husband was making a home-cooked meal. That's the mindset. He was a vegan at the time and showed me how to make vegan food. He's not a vegan anymore, but now, as he said, I took over the kitchen. Shout out to Bathshua again. Cooking for him on the first date. Listen, I've never had a woman do that. To cook on the first date. You must be old school. You must be traditional. It's really a sad place to be. Shout out and RIP to Kevin Samuels. Let's keep going.
I wanted to make sure that this was a topic that we brought attention to.
That's why you posted it?
Many of you interpreted within, interpretations that I saw. I want you to understand that this was never about exposing or embarrassing anyone.
Shut up. You're a
The
liar.
purpose was to spark discussion, to foster learning and growth, right? But I've seen some interesting interpretations. And it has caused me some more questions. There have been some hurtful comments. People wanting to come for my job. It's interesting to me how angry someone can get about something, things that don't directly affect them, to the point where you want to be harmful, right?
It absolutely amazes me how these women, where's my violin at? I'm gonna go buy a violin off eBay or some shit like that. I'm gonna learn how to play for you guys. It absolutely amazes me how they seem to always make themselves the goddamn victim. You had a mission to not fostering abuse for women and all type of shit like that. What type of abuse is a guy trying to bring you to Cheesecake Factory, man? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Now, I will say, anybody that's trying to get her fired over this shit, this is not a part of you guys. This is not the MT Army. Anyone we do content over, don't try to do all of that shit. That's not what we're about over here. We use these conversations as think pieces to be able to push the discussion and the conversation forward. She shouldn't get fired over this shit. That's none of you guys, though, because we have the best audience in this side of YouTube. Shout out to, is this Bubba Joe down onto the building? Shout out to Bubba Joe. Straight out of Texas. This is why this hooks. This is why this hooks do this, so they can have their 15 minutes of attention no matter what. All good until you held accountable. Shout out to Bubba Joe for the $20 super chat. Uh-oh, Afi Kingdom in the building. Salud, bro. Just finished your reaction video. Not gonna lie, as confident as I thought I was. She at least a bang. What? She got a banging bod. Oh, I thought she at least had a banging body. Sheesh. The delusion. Yeah, yo, that's a large woman. And it kind of speaks to, right, like if she was the young lady that called in to Kevin that one time with her metrics, he would have also said, look, you could have shot up the A-gap, whatever he said. It's that, it's that same time. I mean, she weighs more than me and I'm taller than her, for sure. You see what I'm saying? Actually, as you look on the couch, she looked like the same size, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. She looked like both of the guys combined together on the couch. Right, like the weights of both of them. Right? If you take a look. I mean, damn. Women should not be bigger than men at the same height. It should not be happening. Look at that shit. Anyway, let's get back in. And shout out to Afi King, another content creator. Great content. Shout out, my G. I appreciate it. Netflix and chill only. Let's go.
All while screaming respect. But because I am one who loves to discuss things, right? Who's always open to learn and grow, I've decided to sit down for an exclusive interview with Kevin Wesley. So, guys, you're going to get your opportunity to talk with me and Jay a bit more.
Jay's the Indian guy.
And we're just going to have a dialogue. I mean, so tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Okay.
Tune in to Kevin Wesley's platform on YouTube and Facebook. So it will be live on YouTube and Facebook. Like I said, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, thank you for your time. I hope you take this opportunity to come so that we can have some more dialogue.
Okay.
It's all about growing and learning. See you tonight.
Whatever. Okay, let me get this off the screen. So what happened after that? So they went on this channel right here. Let me get this off. And shout out to this brother right here. I was not familiar with this brother before all of this happened. Kevin Wesley, The Truth Factory. So he went up on here. And so this is the video that I uploaded earlier today. This was her speaking about it. They also did a live interview with Just Jay. Okay.
In cars and, you know, this.
So you'll see it's just them two talking. Okay. And I viewed it for like a couple of minutes or so. And I thought it was a lot more interesting to go over the conversation that they had between the two. So what I want to do here now is go back over it one more again. Let me just pull it up on over here real quick.
Rise and shine, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Truth Factory. This episode is going to be a little bit.
All right. So I wanted to bring it back up to this platform yet again because I wanted you guys to be able to chime in. I want you guys to be able to make your piece on this platform being said. Over here, we're getting the most amount of views when talking about stories like this. So people are going to be watching this. So with that being said, I want to hear what you guys say about this. All right. We're the MT Army over here. So let's have a conversation regarding it. All right. So with that, oh wait, do I have another super chat? Shout out to OP Gamer yet again with a $10 super chat. This woman, the second he said, oh, you want to do this for all of them? She took no cue from him. Her facial expressions, tone, etc. We cared because she's part of the problem, man. She's a victim now. It's crazy how you utilize a victim mentality in order to juxtapose a new way to think about the situation. It's funny. It's weird how they do that. Shame, guilt, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Hello. Shout out to Hella29 Gamer. MTR, do you think that Jay will or even should give her a second date since she claims to be receptive to what he was saying? No, I don't think that he should go back out with her at all. I think that if she can make a video recording him and trying to embarrass him, even though she claims that she wasn't trying to do that, she can make another video proclaiming her apology to him as well. According to this video that we're about to go back over, it doesn't look like she's sorry for the things that she did. She understands what she did, but it really doesn't look like she's sorry for it, nor does it look like she learned from the situation.
Different. Typically, we talk about devastating issues and inside of relationships and try to talk about the nuanced things in that relationship to heal it. This time, we're going to talk about dating. So I don't know if you guys have saw the viral video, but there's a viral video.
Let me also say this real quick too. If anyone knows the guy, DM me his contact information. DM me his contact information because there's things I'd love to talk to him about as well. Let go.
Where a woman is taken to the Cheesecake Factory and she does not want to go inside of there. She does not want to be embarrassed. This conversation ended up going viral, and here we are. Alicia, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, thank you.
Jay, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the show, and thank you guys for being willing to come here and have this dialogue. I'm sure you guys have gotten a lot of flack, maybe even some backlash and things of that nature from this video going viral.
Well,
Before we get into it, we're going to take a moment and just relook at that video. It's been a couple of weeks, so here we go right here.
Yeah.
said hi.
Yeah.
Let me just get the door for you.
Let me also say this as well for all of the ladies that are listening on this channel. If you come out here with your purple ass lipstick looking like this and the goddamn green ass with all of your titties hanging out, like, how are you looking for a husband looking like this? You look like a straight up clown. This is clown behavior. You look like a Oompa Loompa. What are you doing? What are you doing? Outside of like the colors just goddamn being ugly and clashing the way that they are, if I see this amount of titty out, I want nothing more than you. I don't want to get popped off out of YouTube. Hold on, let me think about a better way of saying this. I'm going to think that you're a lady of the night, all right? I'm going to think that this perhaps is a foodie call, depending upon. If you dress like this and you are standoffish, it's a foodie call, without a doubt. If you dress like this and you playing into like my advances and shit like this, oh, and bye. Clap and bye. Shout out to AMS. What he say? But he's over to sleep, toss him to the side of the road. That's what guys generally think, okay? Not guys that are perhaps just looking for marriage and shit like that. Maybe they think about it differently. But if I see all of this titty out, hey, listen, I'm going to treat you how you want to be treated. This is the image that you're putting out there. Lego.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
Wow, she locked the door.
Yes.
Oh.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look at
Are you?
locked down.
You're recording me?
Yeah.
Smiling.
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car.
He's being
Yeah,
stoic.
we gonna
I like it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her.
On the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted.
I get courted.
So you're courting her,
You're a
right?
liar.
You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well.
Oh,
right?
God.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
This is so cringe.
I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
On the other
God,
hand,
I
have
hate it
certain
so much.
expectations for a girl I go out with. on
Go
the
ahead,
first date.
talk about it.
I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Shut up! Guys, just real quick. You see these shirts right here, and I'm talking to you, Jay, and everyone that's down up in here. If you have a shirt, a polo, right, button-down shirt over here, and the collars begin to fold upwards, go throw that shit in the goddamn garbage. Go throw that goddamn shirt in the goddamn garbage. Go throw it out right now. Leave my stream, go get those goddamn shirts, and throw it out in the goddamn trash. Your collar shirt is not supposed to be winged up in the air like that, like you about to fly the fuck away. I hate when I see it. Go throw it out right the goddamn hell right now. Look at that shit. Look at this, look at that shit. Throw that shit out. Grow up. Shout out to the super chats that's coming through on the, on the channel. Shout out to Bashua yet again. Got the ladies out here supporting the channel. It's funny how she mentions courting, but she has no clue about what that is. Courting leads to marriage. And from her attitude, she's not showing herself as wife material. Facts. Shout out to Dear Woke Question. No way she wants to marry this man. Miss me with the courting foolishness. She's live streaming this and she posted it. Shout out, my G. You already know. Crazy as hell. At the end of the day, guys, all of these shirts that you guys have with the damn collar folded up like this, throw that shit the goddamn hell out. Please. Throw it out, guys.
I expect her to be cooperative. And at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay. And then, but
damn.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Well, look at
I
my planner where we were gonna go originally.
see, now that's where we should have went. Ari, right there.
I think Ari is in Atlanta.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
I understand.
For an hour, right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry, guys. It is so crazy. First of all, her definition of courting is so goddamn crazy. Her definition of courting is be my slave. That's how I was taught. That's how I was brought up. That you do everything that I say. What? What planet are you on? Oh, I get it. You're on the planet of delusion. Now it makes sense. You live in your own reality. One of which you believe all of the shit that the propaganda on mainstream media has taught you about yourself. Where you believe that you have to bring nothing to a table. Where you honestly believe that a man courting means that he gives you every single thing that you want. And unless that he does, then it's not good enough. Then you're not happy. What? You are so insane. But we just found out that she was an hour late. How could you challenge his idea of cooperation when you are an hour late? You already showed me that you're disrespectful. Are you an hour late to work? Huh? Or are you on work at time? But you took your time with somebody who offered to take you out. Deplorable.
That is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing. Which I'm still willing to do. I would have been.
Okay.
But if we're late, I told you twice.
Late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there.
He's
And
standing
while
his
we're in the parking
ground.
lot.
Talk your shit.
I mean,
I'm waiting for a reservation.
Talk your shit,
we
Jay.
can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, the equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't
just said-
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's
Baby girl.
embarrassing.
Listen,
Oh
as
my
I said,
God!
I have-
You will not die. One of your goddamn reserve stomachs will come in the way and feed you everything that you need to. Okay? Because goddamn, Shit is just so crazy, guys. I just can't believe
Very
it.
specific, certain expectations for dating.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
What a young king he is.
You just want to call it a night? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
No.
Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
He just pulled
but
out of the parking space.
If I don't feel
you
respected,
see?
I
mean-
am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You really leaving?
Yeah, I mean, you don't this place anyway, right?
I mean,
W's down into the chat for the young king.
I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have
Chat,
been a
come
bit
on,
more
W's down
cooperative.
for Jay.
You
Let's
made
see
some
something.
good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of
Hold your
rules. I
ground,
don't
my
have
G.
A lot of
Get it
expectations
poppin'.
for a first date, but I've already said them, and you've broken every one.
He's looking for a relationship. He's thinking about marriage. You're being disrespectful, and you got your areolas sticking out. Baby girl, you's a modern woman. You came across a traditional man, one of which, more than likely, adheres to your ideals of hypergamy. That is a very nice car. I don't know what type of car that is, but it's got the double sunroof. It's a very nice car. Let's go back and look at. Hold on, where did the video go?
Hey guys, this is Alicia.
This is her car. I don't see leather.
It's been a while.
I don't see sunroofs.
But there have been quite a bit of things on my mind.
What I do see is an entitled modern woman. Let's go back in the video. Hello.
Rise and shine, beautiful souls.
Oh, wait.
Welcome back to
Wrong
the
one.
Truth Factory. Rise and shine, beautiful souls.
Based on
Now,
Oh, I'm sorry. I understand where
Now,
you're
she did apologize at the end of the video. I will give her credit for that.
so, now here we are. A few weeks later, I'm sure you've had some time to think about what you guys discussed in the car. I'm sure you've had some time to think about it.
Yeah.
Before I ask you any questions, have you guys had a second date?
no.
No second dates.
Not yet.
Okay. So I'll start with you, Jay. What has dating been like for you since that video went viral?
Since I was on the video, kind of unexpected. I might not have put my best foot forward, and so I feel like, I've not really met anyone since who I've really gotten to get to know like that, because a lot of women, they might have seen the video or might have heard from it, or maybe a friend of theirs has seen the video and shares it with them.
I actually didn't mention this in my video earlier, but I think this is odd right here. It looks like on the original video, there's some type of like face filter that they were putting on the young lady. Watch it over here. I don't know if you guys caught this earlier.
And
It makes me feel like, did she have something to do with editing? She wanted the video edited to like make her appear like lighter or something. I don't know.
a lot of
It's
women,
just such an
they
odd
might
edit.
have
Shout out to Leonard Ferguson with a $20 super chat. Love your videos. Keep up the great work, G. Appreciate you. Shout out.
seen the video or might have heard from it,
Look at
or
that.
maybe a
Look at
friend
that
of
filter.
theirs
What is
has
that?
seen the video and shares it with them. And so they kind of had this image of me based on the video,
Absolutely.
and it hasn't really helped.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like they might think everything about me is reflected in that video, and I don't think it is. And but yeah, it's been difficult.
Sure.
Watching him explain that makes me feel so bad for the state of the modern man today. trying to date, not having a lot of success in dating, traditional mindset, but still leads with this kind of weakness, leads with this idea that he can't be a man in his own right and demonstrate himself with boundaries and respects, and instead fears how other people will look at him. It's absolutely insane. These poor young men are walking around here just lost and weak and pathetic and hunched the goddamn hell over and soft-spoken, unable to flex their muscles. Poke your chest out, my G. Put your shoulders back. Lift your head up. Straighten up your damn back, my G. Work on your posture. Be more confident in the way that you speak about things. But again, what does it say when the young modern man acts like this today? They weren't acting like this 60, 70 years ago. No. They weren't acting like this. Apologizing for the way that he garnered respect, to me, is pathetic.
Sure.
Well, and it's even before this, dating has already been difficult for me.
I imagine your views kind of clash with what you're looking for and what they're looking for.
Yeah, I think so. Because, I think in general, my values kind of reflect wanting to build something that lasts.
Yes, sir.
And I want to make sure that anyone that I meet is willing to build a really strong foundation based on our mutual values. Mm-hmm. And I think it in general, a lot of the people that I meet, either they don't have time to set towards building something like that, or they just don't want to because, they're younger, they want to experience, casual dating or whatever it is. And it's just not something that I'm looking for right now.
You got to imagine the conundrum that he's in to come over here looking for a traditional relationship out of a modern Western society, right? This is passport bros in reverse. You went the wrong way, my G. Go back home. Go back, because you're going to have a lot of trouble over here. You're going to have a lot of goddamn trouble. Shout out to 32 Tita with a $20 super chat. If she was worried about being embarrassed, she would never wore that lipstick and that dress. Or posted the video. She had that option. Let go.
Understood. So obviously, guys, Jay's saying that they have a negative, they're viewing him in a negative light when it comes to dating. When I saw Jay, I saw someone who was making some excellent points, who knew what he wanted, and he's actually now like a Giga Chad in the manosphere world, in the red pill community.
No.
The brother's being mentioned everywhere for the way he handled that conversation. Now I'm going to ask Alicia as well, because during this conversation, Alicia.
Thank you.
We'll get that right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Conversation. Now I'm going to ask Alicia as well, because during this conversation, Alicia.
Thank you.
We'll get
Sip. Beta. I still want your adoration. I still want you to love me, even though you treated me like shit. I'm gonna correct the big bad man to the right of me. For you, Alicia, I love you. I love you. I'm so sorry. I watched one of MTR's videos and he told me I needed to create boundaries for the modern toxic women today. Alicia is your goddamn name. Why did the man with the hat just do that to you? Why? Let me count the ways. I love you. It's the first time I'm giving the red flag to a G. Sup, B, sip. Someone go get this guy in a fighting gym. Stop it. Fix your goddamn shoulders. Head back, motherfucker. More bass in your goddamn voice. Man down. Sip down. Enough's enough. You already won. Why are you back on here making a goddamn fool of yourself? I am tired of your bullshit. Someone get him in a goddamn fighting gym. He needs to be punched in the face for his own goddamn good. When I have sons one day, what's the earliest that I can get them in the damn gym? What's the earliest? My god sister sent me a video the other day. One of her sons is in a fight camp. A tear rolled down my goddamn eye. She sent me a video of him really fighting somebody. Really fighting somebody. A tear rolled down my goddamn eye. I was so proud. But you, my G, you need your ass kicked. Oh, God, don't you goddamn fix him. Let her fix herself. That's how I know that he still wants date number 2. The nerve of you. Shout out to the super chats that are coming through. Shout out to Doyle Maston. $20 super chat. Keep speaking the truth. And here's to your health. Peace. Shout out, my G. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Shout out to Matrix. Uh-oh, I don't like your name. She backtracking bad behavior. She doesn't speak for my daughter or my granddaughter with her behavior. She wants her boots licked while expecting him to be a man to protect her life in danger. Only her mom loves her like that. Shout out to the Matrix. Great comment. Shout out to Molly Ma with a $10 super chat. No comment, just some laughing emojis. Beta. I go.
That right. Okay, so Alicia, you didn't seem to really disagree with what he was saying. Now you had a definitely a different opinion before he gave you his mind, right? But you seemed very receptive to it. Can you explain to me kind of what you were thinking and how you saw him in that video? Because he's saying they took him in a negative light. What do you think?
Well, yes, I think once we had the conversation,
What is with this filter on her face?
My role in the conflict.
Okay, okay.
Let's back up a little bit. To be fair, I mean, I was always raised that the man is supposed to cater to you. I mean, you're courting me, so court me.
He did.
That means wherever I want to go, you take me.
No.
Absolutely.
Whatever I want, you buy me.
No.
That's courting.
No, it's not.
You know, I'm looking for a provider. So, but after the
Oh my God, I can't believe she.
whatever I want, you buy me.
Whatever I want, you buy me. Wherever I want to go, you take me. No, this is not what courting is. Delusion is what this is.
That's courting. You know, I'm looking for a provider.
Oh my God.
So, but
Be my
after
slave.
the conversation, I could see how there was a lot of I
Okay.
in that exchange.
Absolutely.
I was definitely very self-centered, and I can appreciate if I do want someone to provide for me.
She
I
loves
at
that
least
lip
gotta be
color.
A little bit nice.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay, great. So
don't look good on
now
you,
I ask
mama.
you this. Based on your idea of dating before your conversation with Jay, how did you grow up? Who also thinks that way? I'm sure you have friends who think that way. I've heard it a lot.
I mean,
Okay, so-
everybody. I mean, that's what he's supposed to be, the provider.
Absolutely.
So, you know, and I'm a beautiful woman, so I'm expecting to
You
be
average at
treated
best, mama.
like royalty. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So that's
But
what
the
I was
kicker
doing.
is, how do we treat him? And that's
Right,
where the
right.
disconnect was.
Right.
In the video, now of course I'm sure you think of it differently now, but in the video you basically told him that, you know, you're not going in there, you know your value. It would be embarrassing for you to go inside a Cheesecake Factory. A lot of people like Cheesecake Factory. Now,
It's delicious.
so when I see that video, I'm thinking, okay, she must have some friends who probably would disagree with her going inside a Cheesecake Factory. Your
Yeah.
peer group.
Yeah,
So
I would
peer
never-
pressure probably keeps
I
you
would
from.
never live that. Oh my God! I would have never lived that down.
Wow,
I
just
mean-
a date the Cheesecake Factory, they wouldn't let you live that down.
No, I have an image to protect.
Ew. Yo, what's so interesting here is, having an image to protect. Meanwhile, had no idea what her image exuded by posting this shit up on social media. You have an image to protect through what? Through what he takes you out to a date for? That's what your image is wrapped up in? Your image is not wrapped up in you having your mammary glands out for your first date for the world to see? That has nothing to do with your image? Huh? Being overweight has nothing to do with your image? Because you use a big lady, okay? I'm taller than you. You weigh more than me. That has nothing to do with your image, your image to uphold. But no, your image has to do with how men treat you. Oh, that is absurd. You have to work on yourself before you become a good option on the dating marketplace today. You have to work on yourself. Because what you're expecting is not what we see. We don't see that. You don't dress that way. You don't carry yourself that way. Your body's not shaped that way.
Wow.
It does not do that. That was, that was my circle though. That's how,
Sure.
That's how we roll.
Sure.
To be quite blunt, that's how we roll. Hypergamy is a big thing in my circle.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle.
It's what we've been taught. Why? As a black woman, I'm gonna go there. As a black woman,
There we go.
we're really tired of having to settle. We want to be treated well.
Mm-hmm.
We want that soft life. So that's what I thought I was going after. However, what I understand is a part
You're
of having a
masculine.
soft life is being cooperative,
Being soft.
not being combative,
You're
right?
Actually being soft.
Right,
Right. Being
right,
receptive, being
right.
sweet.
Absolutely.
Being pleasant. Right.
Those
Because we
that
do
want it
understand the
the
value
most-
of resources, but it can't be just something for a lifestyle. Resources, a man's resources is not just for a woman's experience.
It's crazy how those that want it the most oftentimes are the least capable of getting it. So almost like it's a self-projection of lunacy. Because I think outside of the content that you watch, in your heart of hearts if you deserve that. But you just continue to ignore the tea leaves and listen to liars.
And traveling and the lifestyle they'll live when married is for providing for the family and the
Passport
children. And that's
bros,
why
plus
she
one.
should seek a man and respect his resources or prioritize his resources, not just for what it can do for her.
Right.
And so when you were in the beginning of it, you was just saying, I'm not doing it. It seemed really selfish.
It
right.
was.
And I appreciated that. When I saw the video myself, that's one of the things I covered is, wow, I've never seen a woman that receptive to being accountable. Right. And you were. But Jay, however, didn't want to go out on a date. He wanted to discontinue that date and he wanted to take it on to the house. Jay, is that your first time stopping a date midway through and going on back home, or?
Yeah, something like that's. I'm sorry, at least. Yeah, that's the first time I've really.
Oh, God, why are you apologizing?
Date midway through and going on back home, or?
Yeah, something like that's. I'm sorry, at least. Yeah, that's the first time.
God damn it, guys. It's like he said it, he heard her laughing, and then he looked over to her again for validation. We just saw that a second ago. When he corrected the host on his name and he looked over to Alicia for validation. Don't apologize for shit like this. Guys, apologize for things if you need to be held accountable. Okay? Apologize for those things. My bad. I'm sorry. You're right. I was wrong. You were right. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Do not apologize for things where you do nothing wrong. Stop overcompensating. Stop over-apologizing. Stop. Unless you was dead wrong. If you were dead wrong, apologize. But you're not dead wrong here.
I've really put my foot down to that kind of extent, but it's not like an isolated incident.
Okay.
I've gone on dates with several people now, even before her, where it's they had very specific things they were looking for in a boyfriend or whatever. And even within my own circles, right? And that's just not something that I'm looking for, because I was raised, like we were talking about how she was raised, whereas with me, like my family, like we've passed down the name for ages, and we're a very close-knit, strong family.
You passed down your first name, Jay? Like
Yes.
your father's and father.
Yeah,
How many
yeah.
generations probably?
Family's important to him.
I mean, I couldn't really count it myself.
Wow.
Because I mean, the thing is, like, I'm from India.
Okay.
You know, and the partition happened where, like, India was separated from Pakistan. And a lot of my family were on both sides of that, and we had to come back together.
Wow.
And we had to, it was very important for us to stay strong after the fact. At the time, maybe we didn't care as much about creating this legacy, but ever since, it's like that's been one of the strongest parts of our family, is the importance in creating our legacy. And with that in mind, like, I've grown up with the idea that I want a strong family here now that I'm living in America. The only kind of relationships I seek are ones where that is the only value. That is the biggest value. That is the most important thing for the other person as well as for me.
Wow.
Guys, and let me also say this, is that don't shame him for wanting family. That doesn't make him a simp. All the other things that we did him apologizing and shit like that, we don't even apologize, that makes him a simp. He's not a simp for wanting these things, for taking his family values and then wanting that. I think he's probably a little delusional as well to think that random women in Atlanta will be anything else but what he just saw from her. Most of these women out here are like, they're just in the lifestyle. Like a lot of them. A lot of them. You understand me? I think he's got to go abroad. For what it is that I'm seeing right here, his degree of westernization is not high enough. He's not going to be able to do the makes good money doing something legal, but then has a bad side to him. Like, and these women love that shit. He doesn't have that duality. He's just a nice guy. He's just a good guy. He will continue to get shit on because that's what he wants at the end of the day. If he's 30 or what have you, that's what he wants. I wouldn't call him a simp for that. Shout out to KCB. $10 super chat. The men working in the kitchen at the Cheesecake Factory working just as hard as the men working in the kitchen at a fancy restaurant. They all working hard to provide for grateful women. Not one like this. Shout out, my G. I agree with you. Shout out to Craig Coleman, $5 super chat. He presents himself the way Will Smith acts with Jada. He's choosing the wrong women. That's actually a fantastic point. So along with doing this content to help women understand how men think, we also do this content to ensure that young men don't turn into a future Will Smith. Imagine if he ended up going on a good date with her and then started to like her and then got his emotions wrapped up with a woman who has a mindset as dirty as what hers is. He could have been a future Will Smith, but it could have been worse because she would have taken half of his shit. Guarantee it. Hello.
That's actually powerful. So your family going through all that they did, it caused you guys to really idealize relationships, right? And
Specifically, relationships that last.
absolutely, absolutely. And so here you are in America dating, and mostly in our culture, where you stated earlier you were a black woman. Of course, we have been through some things, right? In our culture here in the States and throughout the whole diaspora. I like using that word. But a lot of times our culture has been stripped and we haven't yet began to idealize relationships, you know, so we're more so going along with the flow. So here he is in America and he's meeting a woman who's in America and she sees dating the way Americans see dating. And so I can see the clash in that.
Big clash, big culture shock.
He's looking at you as if that's selfish. You're looking at him as if, you know, he's treating you beneath your worth, your actual value. So here's what I want to do, guys. I want to go back a bit. Can y'all tell me how y'all met? I want you to tell me how you guys met.
So I was in Midtown, and like I barely even have time to go out with friends and all that.
He's a
But
worker.
it was a really close friend's birthday, so I went to get some drinks for the first time in ages, and I saw this beautiful woman who it seemed like every other guy in the bar was either intimidated by or too shy to talk to. And I thought, what the hell? Why not? And she was, minding her own business. And I asked her, her name, Alicia. And I thought that's a beautiful name. And even despite how loud it was in the bar, we were still able to talk a little here and there. And I got her number. And she had to go. And so we kept talking after that for a little bit. And then like a week later, I asked her, you want to go out? To this restaurant.
Yeah.
And I told her it would be a surprise. And maybe that might be a problem on my part. It might have raised the expectations a little bit. But I guess the surprise ended up being Cheesecake Factory, where
Right.
the original surprise was,
I want to get to that. You had something else planned for her, right?
Yeah.
Because of how the evening went, the Cheesecake Factory happened, right?
yeah.
So
Can I just say before?
Sure.
I love the Cheesecake Factory, and it's a place that I've gone to for like every birthday. So it wasn't just like a random restaurant to me. It was also like a place that I've gone with my family
Look her in the eye.
my entire life, and I love Cheesecake Factory.
so you didn't. So obviously the because you guys were late, she wasn't ready. You weren't able to take her to the restaurant that you wanted to take her to. You figured, I can't go wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yeah.
It's my old birthday restaurant,
It's my lucky,
She'll love it.
and that's the lucky spot too at the perimeter.
Lucky spot, okay.
Oh, God, it was the lucky spot. I really hope that she feels like pure and utter shit after hearing him explain that. So, damn, for you, it's not great enough, but for him, it's his lucky damn spot because he feels that he's lucky in being able to take you out somewhere. Wow. It's so interesting once you hear the guy's side of everything and when he explains something to you. Modern woman. I also want to go over this, guys. I was looking this up over here. There's some people that's not up in here that may not know what sprinkle is. So, as a content creator, I believe, so her name is Shira7, okay? Let's just watch something real quick.
Don't be nice to him all the time. Always have an attitude and then be nice every once in a while. Make sure that he is continuously chasing you.
Now, hold up. This is like a woman's coach, okay? She talks to women about how to be hypergamous and get a high value man, okay? Don't be his piece.
Don't chase him. Don't always be available to him for sex. Don't cook, don't clean for him, okay? Especially if you ain't even married. Make her realize that you're the prize and always look so good that he knows you got options. So when you leave the house, he get a little nervous, all right?
Mind
That's how you
games.
stay. That's how you keep him chasing and in love, okay? Men love mean women, period. Men love mean women.
You simply cannot make this shit up. What? This is what you teaching women? Men love mean women? I hate mean women. Get them from around me. Please. I want nothing to do with you. I only like feminine. I only like inspiring. I only like beautiful. I don't like resting bitch face. I don't like meanness. I would never allow her to leave the house and look like a thought because in her mind, she's thinking to herself, well, I got to look good going out there because that's going to play mind games with him. You're bullshit. ain't real. And you teaching
Period.
women this.
Don't be his piece.
Okay, got you.
That's it. What if you want to get married, but you don't get the ring? And then don't get married, but keep the ring.
What? Dog! What is this shit? What the fuck? What? Yo, that's thievery. That's thieving. That's stealing. What if you want to get married? Get the ring. Bitch, what? And don't get married and keep the ring. So he gets on bended knee. He says, will you marry me? You say yes. And yeah, you just never set a date. You take the ring and you fucking pawn it or you sell it. That is so evil. That is evil incarnate. You are a scammer. You are a scammer. But you're telling people this? Guys, do you know how quickly my platform would get taken down if I told men to do dastardly shit like this? Do y'all understand how quickly? Yeah. Like they just, go up on Tinder, only swipe right. All the chicks that you find, set up 3 dates in a day. Go on these dates. Try to fuck all of them. Lie. You're so beautiful. Oh my God, I've been looking for a relationship. I want to get married. And squirt in every single last one of them. Leave them with their kids. Who gives a shit? Women love men who just leave babies everywhere. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What the fuck is this? This is horror. This is horrifying. Yes. But when I tell you guys, this is not a parody. There are women in her chats that absolutely believe this. Hello. I'm married, but still lives in the Shira to keep it interesting. It works. What? Who is the husband of Kai? Start preparing yourself for a divorce, my G. She's listening to the wrong content creators. Start preparing. Go build yourself a trust. Start to go put some of your shit in a trust so she can't goddamn touch it. Overseas. I agree. Switch up on them. I used to be real nice. Now I'm blunt, straight up, masculine as fuck. It doesn't say that, but let me just say that. Nonchalant and cold-hearted sometimes, and it works. They'll chase. They really like solving problems, so let this be his unsolvable problem. What the fuck is this? Oh, noted. I'm tired of understanding and being passive. 717 likes. The crazier I act, the meaner I get, the more they love me. I always thought it didn't make sense, but what the fuck is this? Oh my God. Let me go ahead and delete that good night message. Oh, this is the toxic queen headquarters. I feel like I have a personality disorder, so this is natural to me. Yo, what is this? This is scary. Is there? Let's see the type of women. Let's see.
So I just tested Miss Sprinkle's advice. In short, it worked. Shira7 said, when you go out by yourself. I did. I went to the happy hour at a very wealthy, predominant place in Philadelphia. I went to the Four Seasons, JG Sky High to be exact, at the time that she said, which is earlier than later. Literally, those men in there were on me like I was honey.
And there's copyrighted music in there. Hold on. Damn it. Hope that doesn't get the stream taken down. All right, let's get on. I can't. It's like a whole thing on TikTok. Like, this is so crazy. All right, let me get off this shit right here. But this is the progenitor of all this shit right here. Let's go.
We'll come back to that. Well, no, I'm kidding with you.
Okay.
Alicia.
Yes.
So, Jay, you see Jay walking up to you in the bar, say Midtown? He's walking up to you. He's going to talk with you. There are other guys around you. Did you notice those guys probably want to talk to you? Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
So what made you say, okay, I'm going to give this guy a chance? What was it about him?
Well, he was bold enough to come up and talk to me for
Confidence,
one.
okay.
So yes, I definitely am attracted to confidence. He just seemed like he had a pure heart. He was, very thoughtful, engaging. I mean, the only he won me over. He did win me over, but I'm a tall woman, and so there wasn't necessarily like that immediate attraction. But as we began to talk, it was really his heart that made me say, I'll give this guy a try.
Shout out to the Short Kings.
Is that where you draw your line? Is that typically you don't date guys who are, guys have to be at least your height or taller before you would date them?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, I understand that. That probably makes it difficult finding someone suitable for yourself. You are what, 6'1", 6?
I'm almost 6'1", yes.
Almost 6'1". Wow. So that means, let's see, 14.5% of men are at least 6 feet, right? But that next 2 inches for you to find someone taller than you, that's 3.6% of men in the entire world that are tall enough that are at least 6'2". Is that discouraging?
I mean, I only need one.
You need one, but he needs to be that height. He needs to make the resources, right?
Yeah.
He needs to be funny. He needs to be charismatic. He needs to be disciplined. And that doesn't discourage you?
I'm an optimist. But no.
I like it.
Yeah,
it.
No, I mean,
An optimist.
logically speaking, I understand
finally
what you're
challenged
saying.
her.
I've heard this many
And
times.
she ignored him. No respect.
But I haven't given up on, I hadn't given up on that.
It's so crazy. Listen, a shout out to the interviewer. What he's trying to do is he's trying to quantify her level of delusion. And the thing is, I've always said this. In terms of beauty, right, just visually, it's on a bell curve, right? Most people are in the middle of the bell curve, meaning that most people are average, okay? She is an average-looking, mean-spirited, aggressive, masculine, overweight, super tall young woman that's looking for the top percentage of men. It's pure delusion, but it's always this idea of manifesting your destiny. It's always this, I'm just going to just believe myself, right? Like, all I need is just one. No, ma'am, you need to lower your requirements based off of the things that we're seeing right here. This is not reality. Your shoulders are too sturdy to be asking for all of this shit.
But I'm actually open. I really enjoyed our conversation, so I would consider.
Well, sure, and I was going to commend you for that. I didn't see it as I know you're saying that they have to be that height, but it seems that you are willing to, make an exception, just like you did for Jay here when he walked up and he had the confidence of a 6'2" man. You were willing to at least hear what he had to say, and that's a good thing. Because it may not be the cookie cutter thing that you plan out. So if we're going to look for a happy relationship, a harmonic one that gives our children and our lineage what they need for years and generations to come, right? We may have to make an exception or two, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it's not what we want, it's what we need. And we have to be more open to what we need.
That's absolutely true. I was going to say, when it comes to how we date, I think a lot of it is just the information that we have, right? So what I noticed from yours and Alicia's conversation, Jay, is that you had a different view of altogether of what dating should look like leading up to a relationship, and she had a different view. And now,
like, what I should say is, I mean, at the very end of the day, like, I understand dating in America is different from where my family's from, and in a way, like, it's perfectly fine to have those views and to think of dating differently. I just think, for me, I have a very specific criteria, and it's not a long list of criteria, but it's just certain values that I
sure. Well, I think a lot like you. That's why the video stood out to me. I believe relationships should be harmonic. They should be for a reason. So I believe in dating with intent, right? Yeah. But many people in our generation today, they see dating as something that's just fun. They don't see it as a way to establish a healthy relationship. And that's what I was going to say. There's almost little to no understanding as to what dating should look like when you're trying to establish an intent for a meaningful relationship. And I think that's the biggest problem. It's not so much that people are necessarily selfish or entitled. It's more so that they don't know what they're looking for, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Oftentimes we think we know, but we really don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So when he asked you the question, you expect men to go all out on a date, huh? You said absolutely. If he likes her, he should present that, right?
Yes.
He should lead and be masculine. He should be willing to pay for the meal, show up on time, open doors for her, the whole nine. But when he asked you, what does a woman expect you to do? You said, look good, be there. And that's where the, right?
Disconnect was,
Absolutely. Because there should be things that a woman should do, right?
He's politely cooking her.
If you've thought about that, could you tell me some of what you think now, if he would have asked you that question today?
Sure. If you think about, watching the video, it's like, how do you expect this person to keep giving, and you're not giving anything back?
Oh, she got some big hands.
So now we're depleted.
Ooh. Absolutely.
And so who's going to pour into him?
Wow.
So, I mean, if you truly do want that type of protection provider, there has to be some balance.
Absolutely.
So.
Wow, that's very powerful. I actually took the liberty to make a list of things that men and women should look for in each other on a date, right? I'm gonna read them to you. I want you guys to tell me what you think of in the end, okay? Let's start with what you're looking for in a man, okay? So what a woman looks for in a man is respect and courtesy. Would you say I'm wrong? Confidence, right? Yeah. Communication skills.
Absolutely.
Knowing what he wants, where he's going with it, right?
Yes.
Initiative, taking the initiative. Chivalry.
Yes.
Okay. Resilience.
Yes.
Right. So even when you being a little bit, hard to get, he can push past that. Right. The resilience. Generosity.
Yes.
Okay. So here are the behaviors that look good to a man when he's looking for a woman. I'm going to ask you the same questions. You tell me if you like the sound of that. Men are looking for kindness. Right. You want her to be really kind, really sweet. Right. Pleasant. So what about active listening?
Yeah.
And you said when she got in the car, she was putting the makeup on and she...
Coachable. Oh my God. He's got to say coachable. Please. Young women have to be coachable. They have to be.
Wasn't really responding to you or responsive to you.
Yeah.
And you took from that she didn't like you much.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what's crazy is that of all the things that he named, right, the guy accomplished all of those things. But all the things that he's naming, being sweet, she hasn't shown any of those.
Encouragement. And,
yes,
and you said that, being able to pour back into him, right? Positivity, right? So not being negative, having a smile on your face, right? Respect for independence.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Adaptability. Okay. There was this time where you wanted her to hold your arm, right? And walk you so you could walk her to the car, and she didn't want to do that. Yeah. You expressed to her that you didn't like that. And that made you feel like, of course, when her not being on your arm, how can you truly protect her, right? But also her not doing that says she ain't really feeling me like that.
Yeah.
She don't really like me like that.
And, I get, it was a first date. Maybe she's not at that stage yet. But
I get that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question. Let's just say you're out with him, right? You're on a date with a guy and some guy comes up, takes your purse. Do you want your date to have your back?
Yeah.
So
he has to protect me.
And even if he's not ready for that yet, right? Because he shouldn't even ask you on a date if he's not going to protect you or something would have happened to you. This is why you should take his arm. You see? So it may feel like I'm giving this guy too much of me, but it's more like I'm being cooperative to the roles that we're playing. He's going to protect me if something happens right now. And so I'm going to stand close to him. This lets the people on the outside looking in know that I'm with this man. He is taking care of me. We're out together, right?
It's like it kind of shows that you trust.
Absolutely.
I think I felt like
Trust is a big.
I think his example is spot on. I think that when she talks about being cooperative, I think many young modern women today can talk the talk, right? But their actions are very different, right? So they can talk the talk about being cooperative, but you not holding his hand, you speaking like this towards him. masculine ass attitude, like wounded masculine ass attitude, is not being cooperative.
What women get out of a date is a free bodyguard. Because if anything goes wrong with her, he has to really put his life on the line for her. So if a man asks you out on a date, you shouldn't say, I'm not ready to hold your hand. I know that seems like a move forward in a relationship, so to speak, but it's actually just part of a date. Your goal is to give him an example of what it would look like if you were his partner, and his goal is to do the same. So to a man, you not doing those things makes it appear that you're not that interested.
Definitely not ready to be a partner, I guess.
It also kills his ability to be completely masculine for you on that date, because if you won't take his arm, then, you know.
I feel like when you just said like trust is a big word, it is a big word, but maybe the way I saw it is when you wanted to go out with me at all, that was you trusting me.
Right.
And it did kind of hurt a little bit. I mean, again, I can respect boundaries, but it did still at the same time hurt my feelings if you didn't trust me.
And of course, as men, we're going to try to be receptive to that and understand where you're coming from. But it does kind of limit his ability to do his full, to be his full masculine self in that capacity, right?
Yeah.
The last thing I had here was intellectual stimulation, right? So we like when a woman can respond back and be attentive, right?
Yeah.
Have a good conversation, right? We look for that in women. And I definitely think she appeared to have that. You guys started off it was a little difficult conversation, but it seems like she understood you. She was receptive to what you were saying.
Mr. Good Guy
Is that
will
typical
always
for
get
you?
taken advantage of.
Well, typically a lot of the girls that I met, as I said,
Sprinkle.
like, they're literally only trying to date to date or to like have, I don't know, I'm allowed to use the word fuck buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. We're in hookup culture.
We're in a hookup culture, exactly. And so like they're just looking for that. And so it's like, sometimes it's not necessarily about the values or anything like that. Maybe it's like more small talk, maybe, and maybe sometimes it feels like it's something that'll take more time to get her to open up or something like that. Where at the end of the day, they don't want a second date because we haven't gotten to know each other. And that to me sounds so irritating because you didn't want to get to know, we didn't get to know each other because they wouldn't want to talk.
Absolutely.
So it's like,
I completely understand. So as a man dating with intent, you're ending up in these situations where a lot of times you're in hookup culture. And so you're not getting a second date out of it. Meanwhile, here you are, you have spent your money, you spent time with this person who you're never going to likely see again.
Yeah.
Right? Women oftentimes are looking at dates as what they can get out of them, right? An experience, right? Take me to a nice restaurant. I want the ambiance. I want the treatment, right? And with no intent of doing anything special for the guy after the date. So it's almost like it's almost like she's getting over on him, right? Like she's using them for meals. And that's what men say. I'm not going to keep taking these women out if they don't like me. Don't go out if you don't like me, because then it wouldn't end up where he's on the outside looking into the thing. And what do women say oftentimes when he's upset? I took you to this restaurant, I did that, and now you don't want to get close to me, you're not ready. And she's like, well, you wanted to do it. She will let him spend, knowing she's not interested in this man. Now, do you feel that that's wrong?
No, I don't like users. So, I mean, I do think that's...
Knowing she's not interested in this man. Now, do you feel that that's wrong?
No.
I actually went over this on the video here today. Shout out to the guy. He's doing a fantastic job of speaking some sense into her and politely cooking her. Do you
she
feel
will
that
let him
wrong?
spend, knowing she's not interested in this man. Now, do you feel that that's wrong?
No.
Sprinkle. She's a gold digger. She's a gold digger and a user. And caught her up. She slipped. She stumbled. We got her, gents.
I don't like users. So, I mean, I do think I think that...
So you don't like yourself. Maybe that's what this all comes down to. Self-hate. Maybe it all comes down to what she's projecting is something that she feels as though she's not deserving of. Ooh, we getting deep. We getting goddamn deep. Shout out to Brown Hornet, 1975, the $20 super chat. Salute MTR. The bottom line is, if she was into him, she would have went to McDonald's with him and been totally content. Furthermore, I've taken plenty of women on dates to the Cheesecake Factory and Grand Lux Cafe. Not one problem. Grand Lux is one of my favorite restaurants. I get the chicken parm up there. Oh, it is so delicious. I'm gluten-free, though, so I got to substitute out the normal noodles. But you understand the idea. Shout out to Grand Lux Cafe. Delicious spot. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And that's really what it is at the end of the day. She challenged him because of his height. She challenged him because of where he was going to be taken. She's putting up all of these challenges because women like this put up challenges for relationship consideration. Meanwhile, they have a Tyrone in their car log that had to do none of this shit and blows her back out. You guys really think throughout all of this dating shit she's remaining celibate or she has a body count under 3? Hell no! Let's keep it moving.
We're all adults, and there's enough of every type out here to where that's not even necessary. Like, there are men that really will just spend money on you.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a certain type. There's things that go with that, but there are, men that'll just spend money on you and are okay with that.
It's so crazy how she's using this as an example. The men that will just spend money on you and not expect nothing else in return is a very small percentage of men. We call them simps. We call them white knights, what have you, right? It ain't tricking if you got it. Yeah, it's tricking. It's tricking if you do got it. My G, it's still tricking, okay? Men that do that for undeserving women, it's relatively small in comparison. Most men don't want to get taken advantage of. That's the majority. So you're using a smaller percentage of the population to justify your actions. This is so sick.
Mm-hmm. But
what do you take from that type of man, if you don't mind me asking? We call that a simp. And we call that a simp when a man is willing to buy you anything, take you anywhere, and you haven't actually earned that from him with your affection or just being there for him in general. How do you see that?
If women are being really honest, I don't think most women actually respect a man that is like that.
Okay.
And I think there's two different types. There's the ones that will spend money on and they're objectifying the woman and she's just like a toy for them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the ones that really are
trying to buy his way in, just trying his best to earn any type of affection from her.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of those men, there's a lot of those women who allow that to happen, right? So that's why I take what Jay doing here as being something that is great for men everywhere, okay? He knew his worth. You are a beautiful woman.
She just said that no woman really respects that. So what were you doing? She's constantly telling on herself in this entire conversation. So what was the plan, mama, when you went live and had all your homegirls down into the chat as the guy tried to take you out before you locked the door? What was your plan? Do you think before you perform actions in your life? What was the plan? Or are you just admitting that you never respected him and that he was simply a foodie call until your own video held you accountable? You just said that you don't respect women. Most women don't respect guys that do that. They're wasting their time. They're wasting their money. Same thing goes for these goddamn websites. Y'all spending money on Twitch, donating to these female streamers with their titties all up in the camera, doing sleepy time or hot tub bath streams. And then you're going late night to their goddamn OnlyFans and giving them, like, what? What? Again, it's not the majority of men that are being simps. It's a small subset, but it's enough of a subset to fund an economy of women just like her. Hello.
But he said, you know what? I'm just going to take her home. I don't have to do this. Yeah. Even to the point when you said, I will go eat with you at Cheesecake Factory. He saw it as, I would have set aside the date, right? Us being late to that reservation. You're not holding my hand. You're not talking to me in the car. But it seems that you pulling out that camera really, really got to him. Do you mind telling me what you probably took by that? You're just on a date and all of a sudden now she's recording you?
A lot of times, if I'm the one asking a girl out, that's me already offering to pay for the meal, right? That's me already being okay with that, right? But her recording me did feel like that's where I felt like
Disrespect.
she was trying to take advantage.
Yes.
She was trying to like, and maybe you had a different view on it, but it felt like at the time that you were just trying to get food, like a free meal from a fancy restaurant. And then you get content from me too to post on
So she gets money from
YouTube, Facebook.
And you get your reputation ran through the mud. So it's all be done at your expense, right?
Right.
Now, that wasn't your take. You have many groups where you encourage women on dating, y'all talk about dating. Right. And this was something that you said, look, y'all see a lot of dates go wrong.
Right.
So based on your mindset, you really felt like he was taking you somewhere beneath your value.
Yeah.
And you were saying, I'm going to show the world how you're treating me, right? Can you tell us a bit about that so he knows that, it wasn't to embarrass you, it wasn't to, get content, any of that. It was I felt wronged in that scenario. You mind?
No, I did. I
don't
felt
believe
like
this.
you
She's a liar.
didn't see my value. And
Cap emojis down into the chat. Chat, MT Army. Cap emojis. Light up the goddamn chat. You didn't see my value. Light up the chat. Cap emojis down into the building. My man, the interviewer, was earthing you politely, and he's giving you a lob pass. Tell us about what you post on social media and help us understand. I don't think you saw my value. I was an hour late to the goddamn date. I was an hour late and I tried to record you. I don't think you saw my value. You was an hour late. You didn't invite him up. You didn't make the trip that he took to come and pick your ass up and put you in his very nice car. You didn't even invite him up. You didn't even show him any affection. You didn't even touch the man. Nothing. Nothing. Did you even hug him when you saw him? No, but you had him pick you up. So picking you up doesn't already show that he's trying to value you. But then you're an hour goddamn late as he sat in his car and doom scrolled up on Instagram. At what point did you provide value to him? And this is the fall of the modern woman today. They don't think that they have to provide anything. There is no such thing as an even exchange at all. It's guy step up. Guy pay, guy court, guy do whatever I want, just as what she said. But you think, and you lead with, he doesn't value me. Caps down into the chat. Let's keep it going. Blow the chat up. This is absurd, ma'am. This is insanity. This is lunacy. Shout out to Bathsheba. Yet again, I DoorDash Cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory are watching this broadcast. Salted caramel cheesecake, so good. It's gluten in it, so I don't agree. Okay, that's what I got to tell myself so I don't accidentally eat it. Shout out to the Brown Hornet, 1975. Oh, I think I read this one already. Grand Lux Cafe. Yeah, I read that one. Yo, y'all really blew up the chat. All I saw was blue caps for a little bit. Let's get back in there. MT Army showing up tonight. Shout out and salute to each and every one of you. Let's go.
Any of that. It was I felt wronged in that scenario. You mind?
No, I did. Mind? I felt like you didn't see my value. And in that moment I felt like I needed the support of my viewers in that moment. But and not only that, like he said, I discuss relationships and things like that. So I thought that was a good opportunity for me to kind of have that conversation and see, like, what does everybody else think? I wasn't really taking your feelings into consideration.
Obviously.
I wasn't trying to be necessarily malicious or anything.
Shut up.
I understand.
Good.
No,
I'm gonna say this, guys, to end this video, okay? In a world with hookup culture, not having much understanding on relationships based on how we're raised, and then you got social media with the instant gratification and making it so easily to meet people and replace people. dating has gotten, it's like a thing that's lost to us. I want to ask these two beautiful people here a question. They had one date that went bad. They have not went on a date since that day, right? Now, would you guys be open to another date,
Okay, I didn't see this.
knowing what you know now?
Oh my God, please say no, my G. Jay. Please say. Here's the thing. For content's sake, I want them to do another one so I can go over it. But for manhood's sake, Jay, don't do it. Reconsider. Resubmit. Sure on the subject. You sure? Fuck it. What do you guys think, guys? Put a 1 down to the chat if you think he's gonna say no. Put a 2 down in the chat if you think he's gonna say yes. I want to see what the chat come through. 1 if he said no. If you think he said no. 2 if you think he said yes. Oh, we split. Oh shit. Should I do a poll real quick? Don't. I would say it's about 70-30. Those thinking he's gonna say yes. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's walk through this together.
I think if we were able to find a way to get our values more in the center,
Oh God!
I could see us trying again.
Oh
I mean, yeah, I would be willing to go out on a date again.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Listen, we want to keep up with this first date. Actually, we're going to take care of this first date. It's going to be on us. So we're going to send you somewhere just like they used to do on all those other talk shows. We're going to...
My G, you are setting up Jay for failure. Right? Like, what? Jay, send me a DM. I want to talk to you. I want to have a conversation. We got to talk, Jay. No, you can't. The baggage is it's stuck to her like cement. She ain't gonna change, my G. There's no value. She's gone. You're doing well for yourself, my G. You're doing goddamn well. Go in the gym, do boxing in the morning, lift weights at night, box 3 to 4 times per week, lift weights 3 to 4 times per week. Go get an image consultant. Your pants are way too baggy. Upgrade your image. Improve yourself. Figure out how to talk to. He knows how to talk to because he bagged her. So he knows what things to say. Just upgrade yourself and go younger. Go like 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 years younger. This shit is a trap, Jay. What are you laughing at?
Keep up with this first date. Actually, we're going to take care of this first date. It's going to be on us. So we're going to send you somewhere just like they used to do on all those other talk shows. We're going to take care of it. And then we'll reach back to you guys in a couple of weeks and find out how that's going. How does that sound?
One?
Can't wait to
What
review
you guys
it.
are up to.
As long as it's not the cheesecake now.
She's learned nothing.
She is funny, man.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Guys, this was an amazing episode of The Truth Factory. Hopefully you guys learned something from that and can apply it to your life. Happy hunting for your next partner. I like how that's going.
Hey.
Next time. Peace.
Shout out to Kevin Wesley. Let me shout his channel out real quick. At Kevin Wesley. 187,000 subscribers. I'm not familiar with the brother, but I think he conducted himself very well in this interview. I liked his questions. He asked very good questions. But however, Kevin, you are setting our guy Jay up here for an absolute L. But where else are they going? I want to find out where they're going at. And on date number 2, I just want to pop up. Are they in Atlanta? I just want to just pop up. I have my camera crew with me. I bring you guys along for the ride. We'll do some IRL streaming. And I come up with a camera and just start asking questions. Would you guys want to see that? I'll put a 1 down into the chat if you guys want me to do that. Let me know. I got to find out the information. Jay, let me know. I'll put a mic piece on Jay, and I'll be in the back of the restaurant someplace telling him exactly what to say. We could do that. Shout out to Jay. There's a couple other super chats that's down into the building. Hold on. I got to change my name now. Shout out to there's a super chat, and his name is Jay. Shout out, my G. Shout out to Quick 504. Okay. I was thinking Quick 304. Her arms look like she swings from trees and pummels men. She can't take advantage. Quick 504 ain't shit. All right. Shout out to Alex Minor. Shout out to the channel members down into the building. Guys, I was actually thinking about starting a new Discord channel and making it open to the channel members. If you guys want to be a part of it, well, let me see. I just got to think through some things first. But I had to take my last one down. I was thinking about restarting another one for channel members and Patreon members. To be continued. I got to think more about it. Shout out to Alex Minor with a $5 super chat. Shout out to Tracy with the $5 super chat. No message. Shout out, my G. I appreciate the love, the support, and the respect. Shout out to Cadell. They going back to Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, I feel like the only way that he should accept this shit is if they go back to Cheesecake Factory. Like, I want to see her demeanor at Cheesecake Factory. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see what's going on. I want to see, is she going to lower her standards and expectations down to reality or not? That's what I want to see. All right. Shout out again to Kevin Wesley. Again, you did a great job, my G. If he was to ever see this. Guys, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I wanted you guys to come in here because I wanted to hear the voice of the people. I wanted to hear what you guys thought about this particular subject. I did the reaction to the video now. Let me go look at the views of this video right here because it's absolutely going gangbuster. In 6 hours, it has 240,000 views. Is that a record for me? I don't even know if that's a record, but it's a lot. Anyway, I want you guys to come through to get more of my thoughts on the situation, as well as I wanted to see your guys' thoughts as well. It's very important that we continue to have these conversations because just as I said, I view myself as the mind of the modern man today. So women coming out down here looking for this information, women that want to change the results or to increase or to alter positively the results of dating within their life so they can get the expected outcome that is beneficial, more beneficial to them than watching the mainstream feminist propaganda media that they've been exposed to throughout the entirety of their life. And we represent that. So that's why we do live streams. Shout out to everybody down into the building. One more game. If you guys want me to come back soon, leave me some comments as well. If you guys want me to do more live streams, I like doing live streams. So let me know. Damn, 2 hours. It went by quick as shit. Shout out to everybody, and I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube, peace.